What is up, YouTube? Thrift School over here, coming at you with a video. Now, I got a whole bunch of stuff that I bought recently. I want to show you this stuff. I'll actually just show you right now. First thing we have here is a pile of video games. I only paid about $20 for this entire pile. Now, there's a reason for that. Every single one of these games is heavily scratched. Sure, you could see some of those on there. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna fix the ones for the Wii U, because I believe these are Blu-ray discs, but these Wii games right here, I can clean in my disc cleaner. So we're gonna do that. I also bought this Bose CD player in, what, two videos ago? And it has sticky residue all over it. The battery compartment has exploded batteries in it. So we're gonna be cleaning that and fixing that. And what got me started was I have a PSP in my pocket, a nice Star Wars edition, and there was so much gunk on it, it looked like I wouldn't be able to sell it for anything. Well, I used some Goo Gone, I used some rubbing alcohol, and look at that. It is as clean as can be. So I will be getting some good money for this. Tested it up. It works beautifully. Let's see if I can pop it on. I actually only paid $10 for this, guys. It works gorgeously. Now, I haven't been able to test it with a game. I have to find a PSP game. I believe they're all downstairs. And I will test this up and hope it works perfectly. But we also have to try and clean these discs because there is a lot of money here, guys. You can see some of these games are definitely worth good money, and they're all in here. And they're just all very scratched. That one's not worth anything. This is worth very little, Super Mario Galaxy, but it's still money. And then Mario Kart 8, and let's see how scratched it is. This one actually doesn't even have any scratches. That one's good. Alright, cool. But I do want to test them all. I have a Wii U downstairs, so I'm going to have to take it out, pull it out of storage, and get all these games tested. I forgot what's even in here, to be completely honest. Let's see. Whoops. Let's see what we got in here. We got... Woo! There we go. We got new Super Mario Bros. On the Wii U, Avengers Battle for Earth. Another new Super Mario Bros. For the Wii, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for the Wii U, and Mario Party 10 for the Wii U. And I believe these ones are the most scratched. That one's spotless. Cool. So we have some in here that are good, some in here that are bad. A lot of them are very heavily scratched though, especially that first one I showed you guys at Super Mario 3D World. That thing is busted. So hopefully we could get it good and working. Hopefully we could test this thing. This is about $40, guys, this Bose CD player. It's kind of crazy. I haven't looked up the price of this. Holy cow, it's hard to do everything with one hand. I haven't looked up the price of this Star Wars PSP, but hopefully I have it popped up on the screen right now. You guys can see exactly what this thing goes for. Will I sell it on eBay? Will I sell it on Amazon? That all depends. I'm gonna, obviously have to check prices and see where it just makes the most sense to me. Also, I want to make sure that the disc reader works for the games, and I only have one charger left. Now, do I want to include it with this, or do I want to include it with the other PSPs that I have laying around? I'll show you real quick. Right over here in the mess of this inventory section, you can see we have a couple PSPs there. I need to charge them up, make sure they work good, and I only got one charger left. I buy chargers in bulk on eBay. They're just knockoff chargers from China, but they work fine. They're good. They actually ship from America, but I buy them, for a slightly inflated cost instead of waiting the month or so for them to come from China. I'd rather just get them as quick as I can. They work great. I've sold them on Amazon with those chargers all the time, never had an issue, but I wouldn't sell a video game console or anything without all the items it needs to work. So I always like to include a charger. Same thing when it comes to VCRs and DVD combos. I always like to include some AV cables, and I like to include the remote. So these are all added things onto there. Now when it comes to video games, I have a lot of questions. People ask, hey, you got discs only over there. As you guys can see, we only have discs. How would I sell these over on Amazon? Well, I list them in acceptable condition, and in the description I state, it's disc only, no case, no manual, nothing like that. For ones in the case, if it is just like this, I will say it's good because it's missing the manual. And if it has a manual, which I don't know if any of these actually come with manuals normally. Uh-oh. If they don't, then that's fine. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm not seeing any manuals. This is my last one, no manuals. So every single one of these, even if the disc was in perfect condition, I would sell as good condition because it is missing a part. It's missing the manual. So another way of checking to see if these things are actually supposed to come with manuals, go over to eBay, look up all the listings, look up, you know, like new condition, very good condition, and see if games include manuals. If there's not that many of that game listed, I go over to YouTube and I type in unboxing Wii U Super Mario 3D World, and I watch somebody open it brand new sealed on YouTube, and if they open it and there's no manual when it's brand new, didn't come with one, and then I will sell it as in very good condition. I really rarely list anything as like new, mostly because a customer can just say, oh, well, this isn't like new, there's a slight scratch here, or there's a little dent in the box. It just opens up a headache in my mind. I feel more comfortable personally only selling things as high as very good. Unless they're brand new, then I'll sell them as brand new. There are a few instances where I will sell things as like new. Maybe it's a brand new item and there's a tear in the plastic. Well, then I will list it as like new, and you know, just to avoid any hassle with returns or item not as described and things like that. How do you guys do it? I'm curious. Do you sell things as like new condition on Amazon? How about on eBay as well? I always try to, you know, under promise, over deliver. So if an item is not in the best of shape, well, then I'll list it as acceptable. If I think it's in pretty good shape, I'll list it as good. And when the customer gets it, I'll put it in like a little clear poly bag, make it look all nice. To them, it looks like new. So how do you do that? I like to under promise, over deliver all the time. All right, so when it comes to cleaning these, I really like to pop them in here, run everything I can. So the sandpaper I can't use on the Wii U discs specifically, so I could use the sandpaper on regular Wii games. This one is, there are some scratches you could kind of see in the reflection. It's hard to see, but I definitely see them. So I do want to make sure this is clean. I would only run it for about 5 seconds with the sandpaper. Or 10 seconds, that's the minimal right here. Here it is right here. Yeah, I like to do about 10 seconds, which is the minimal, and I will run that, and then I like to use this white one, which is the polishing compound, and then I use this lovely blue one to finish it off, which is another polishing compound, but this one pretty much just makes the disc nice and shiny, makes it look better. So that's what I'm gonna do for these Wii games. The Wii U games, I could run the polishing compounds on, but not the sandpaper, and see if it makes them look any better. And then for this guy, we're going to be using Goo Gone, I believe. I have it, I think it's in the other room. So we're going to be using Goo Gone on all this sticky residue, and hopefully we could get it off. And then when I clean this battery compartment, I use a baking soda and water mixture, which just kind of breaks it down really easy. I know everybody does it a different way, but that's just how I do it and how I've done it for years, so it works for me. I just mix it in a little shot glass, put a little bit of baking soda in there, a little bit of water, scrub it down. So I'm gonna start working on this stuff. My camera battery is dying, so I will be charging it while I'm cleaning all these discs, and I will see you guys shortly. Alright guys, so all of the discs are clean. They're all the best I could do. All of these right here seem to be in good enough condition. Now, of course, I will test them all, make sure they actually work, because I did buy these knowing that they were unworking, super scratched. These two right here are still pretty bad. So there is a rough scratch on this. You guys can kind of see it right there. It's a rough scratch, and it goes right down that right side. There's two right next to each other. I cannot get that out. It's really deep. I could feel it. So this, I'm gonna have to try, I'm gonna have to play, but I mean, you guys can see how bad that is. Now this one is really bad, and I ran this through multiple times, and guys, I was actually wrong when I said these are Blu-ray discs. They're not Blu-ray discs, but they have like close to the same capacity as Blu-ray discs. So I tried looking up if I could use the sandpaper with these, and I couldn't really find a definitive answer. So I did try using sandpaper on this one, and it doesn't scratch it up like it normally does with Blu-ray discs. So I think it would be okay. Not 100% sure with that, but you could see that one scratch. It almost looks like a crack. And there's a couple more like that that aren't really showing up on the camera, but those are pretty intense scratches, so who knows if it's going to work. So these two we're going to chalk up as probably not going to work, but of course I'll still test them. Now, with scratches on discs, who knows if, you know, it works great for 5-6 hours of gameplay and then it doesn't work come to the 7th hour of gameplay. Not really sure how that's going to be, but I will test them. I will play them for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes and see how they play. If they play good, then, I mean, I'll send them in, and if they end up not working, then of course, you know, I'll offer the refund, get the return there. But if they work for, you know, 15-20 minutes, they should be okay. And that's not always the case, but I can't sit there and play through full games for all of these games. That would just be insane. These ones are all very, very clean. They all look good. Let me show you guys. I mean, if you look at that disc, it's pretty mint. It looks like there's a little scratch there. It actually looks worse on camera. Or is that a piece of hair? No, I can't feel it, but yeah, you could definitely see it. Let's take a look at the ones below it. It's Mario Kart 8. I mean, that one looks fine. There's nothing on that, so that's good. And that's how the majority of these ones are. Now, there might be, you know, little marks, little scuffs, and that's why I will be testing them all. But they did look way, way, way worse before I ran them through the JFJ Easy Pro. You can see I have all the tools out. I was using these blank cases to hold the other games down here. I always love to invest in these, especially when I find them at thrift stores. I usually find huge cases of them and I just buy them for, you know, $5-10 bucks. Great to have. Now, we're going to start cleaning this Bose CD player because I would like to get 40 bucks for this thing today, if possible. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do that. So first things first, I take my little Scotty peeler right here and I'm going to use it to pull up these stickers. Now, it helps me pull up the stickers really easily, and that's why I love using these things. These stickers have only been on here for a short amount of time since I just bought it, but they do help you pull it up really quick and easy. It's hard to do with one hand, but it is happening, as you guys can see. So I'm going to do that, pull off the stickers, and then we are going to grab the Goo Gone and let that sit on here for a little bit because I don't know if you could hear it. I don't even know what that stuff is. I probably shouldn't be doing that. It's pretty gross. But we are going to put some Goo Gone on there and get rid of that stickiness. Here is my Goo Gone Pro Power. See, I got those stickers off. That looks better already. So I'm going to just squirt it on there and let it sit for 1 to 3 minutes. Alright, so we just popped out those batteries. You can see it's actually not too corroded on the metal. They kind of just exploded up onto the plastic, so I will be wiping that away ASAP. I did get the gooey gunk off of the front. Look at how much cleaner. It's pretty. No more stickiness anywhere on there. And it looks really good. So hopefully the battery compartment's not destroyed. It actually looks a lot better than I thought it would be. So I'm going to wipe that away. I'm going to get some Q-tips and some water and just go to town. Maybe some rubbing alcohol in there, but we're really gonna just clean this bad boy. I don't think I'll need the baking soda solution. I might, but let's see if we could get it done with just a little bit of water right now. Alright guys, here is the final look on the back of this CD player. Look at that. It is clean in there. It's beautiful. Wipe the whole thing down. The whole front is looking nice. It's got some of the gunk on it. I'll just wipe that off real quick, but it's looking really good. Still no idea if it works. I didn't even use water. I just used some of this 91% isopropyl alcohol, which is pretty much empty right now. There's like nothing in there, but I used the very end of it to just kind of wipe down in there. It kind of ate away at all that gunk really fast, really easy, so I didn't have to make some concoction and get everything all messy. So that's pretty sweet. I'm going to pop some AA's in there, grab a pair of headphones and a CD from the inventory and see if it works. Alright, here it is. It's working music-wise. But the bad part is, look at the display. The display's like messed up. But it does work. I was playing that CD right there. It's just the display's not in good shape. If I hit play, look at that. Huh, maybe the batteries are old? Because that's a weird section of it not to work. Let me try popping in some different batteries and see what happens. So this is very weird because that little all pops up there, a little lock sign will pop up, but you guys can see that's not really popping up right. These are new batteries. It's playing music fine. Not really sure. I mean, it's good that it plays music. Obviously, I couldn't sell this on Amazon. It'd have to be eBay. But I'll look up on YouTube and see if anybody else has this issue, and maybe it's just something simple fix. Maybe the battery ports need to be cleaned a little bit more, because this screen looks fine. I don't think it's anything wrong with the screen. So maybe I just gotta clean the battery ports a little bit better. That might be something I have to do. So I was not able to fix the screen. I'm listing it on eBay right now. Good enough. I paid $1 for it, and check this out. I am listing it for $19.95, free shipping still. I've seen a bunch of solds that have sold for around this price when they're not working, so I'm still gonna make some good money. I only paid $1. It's probably gonna ship about first class mail, I believe. And I mean, I'm totally cool with that. I'm happy with $20. It's not the $40 to $50 that I wanted, but for something that's broken, I still sell that stuff all the time. I'm pretty happy. Alright, so I haven't found the Wii U yet, so we're gonna definitely put that on hiatus, which is fine. I think those games are gonna work, besides the exception of the other two. Still gonna test them all. Hopefully I can get them tested tomorrow. It's St. Patrick's Day today. Happy St. Patty's Day. It's gonna be fun. I don't think I'm actually going out though. I think I'm just staying in, working, watching YouTube videos, and making YouTube videos. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this. I did buy a bunch of stuff. Some of it doesn't work, some of it might work. So I buy broken stuff all the time, guys. There is money to be made in it. If you get something that's broken, like that CD player, don't think that you're just out of money. You know, you can still see what it's selling for in broken, 4 parts condition, and guys, I sell a lot of that kind of stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School signing out. See ya.